You know, we as parents, so for those of you that have been following me and Isaiah's journey with his license, he went for all his driving lessons. He was ready, he was prepared, and yesterday he went to go and pass out. And unfortunately, on the left alley docking, the what do you call it? They're not instructor. The person doing the test said that he rolled back. And that is an automatic fail, right? So we didn't even make it out of the yard. Now, you can chalk it up to nerves or not being well prepared, or whatever you want to chalk it up to, that's fine, right? The reality of that situation is that we need to make another appointment, which we did, and we need to now prepare for the next attempt, right? And that is the reality. Right? Disappointment happen. You don't get everything on the first try, and it's not actually about being a success the whole time. And that brings me to my point, right? We as parents need to prepare our children for failure. So listen to what I'm saying. Don't get me wrong. Your children is not always going to be getting a yes from the world. Now you might think that you're doing your child a favor by giving your children or your child everything that he wants and never saying no. And you might pride yourself on the fact that you can give your child absolutely everything that you didn't have growing up. And then the one thing you don't prepare your child for is disappointment. Because disappointment happens. People is going to say no to your child. Your child is going to attempt things and they are going to fail. What you need to do as a parent is prepare your children sufficiently for that. Because that's life, right? And if you guys go back 2 or 3 videos, there was a little bit of preparation for that. I said, in the off chance that you don't make it, we will be ready for that as well. And I think that makes our children stronger in the end. An occasional no in this world is actually healthy. And that is what we need to prepare our children for. I'm going to give you guys some insight. Isaiah, I left work early because he was still in the queue at the traffic department, and I told him, wait there, let the instructor go, I will come and pick you up. And he sat there, and although Isaiah was disappointed, Isaiah was ready to take the next step, which is plan B. Plan B is let's regroup, let's dust ourselves off, let's go for that eye test again, let's make that appointment, and let's prepare ourselves better for the next trip. The reason why I made this public, because there was somebody on Facebook also that commented, oh, maybe it's the TikTok pressure that got to him. And then somebody commented on that, yes, you don't have to post everything online. And I thought to myself, guys, do you think my son is sitting there in the car and he's thinking about my TikTok videos the whole world is watching? No, my guy, that's not how I raise my children. That's definitely not how I raise my children. He couldn't care less about what TikTok pressures is out there, because he knew that his daddy is behind him, his mommy is behind him, his brother is behind him, his family is behind him. Win or lose, we behind him, and that's the point. The purpose of the video, and the reason I put it up, and I knew there was a chance that he was going to fail. Either way, if he made it, well done. We make a celebratory video. We carry on. If we don't make it, then I can do this. And he knows, and we know, and I know, you learn more from a loss than what you learn from a win. And that is what we need to do. I mean, Failing your driver's license is not a big thing. There are people that fail their driver's license 6 times before getting it, 7 times. So it is a fantastic opportunity for an example, for me to make an example about the possibility of a loss and how you can teach your children to bounce back from it. It's called, you know what I do? I call it school fees. I call it school fees. What is school fees? Is the price you pay for the lesson. So if you don't know how to look after your phone, as an example, and because of that you lose your phone, and now I have to dock your pocket money for the next 8 weeks or 10 weeks so that you can save up for a new phone, and you now only have a 50 rand instead of a 500 rand, as an example. That 450 that you lose every week, that is your school fees. That is the price you pay for the lesson. And a lot of people have complimented me and said, "Oh, Cedric, you're such a good father because you support your son," and blah blah blah. And thank you very much. I do appreciate that. But there's deeper lessons in the no, in the disappointment, in the loss. There's deeper lessons there, and our children needs those lessons as well. And that is why people are so sensitive today, because they don't know how to deal with a no. They even get upset when other people are pointing it out. I made a video the other day, and on TikTok it didn't have a big impact. People had laughed, they got the joke on TikTok. But on Facebook there was one guy in particular, Adrian Kearns. There was another two. There was 2 other guys. It was very, very upset because I made a video where I said, "Hoe bedoelt jy jou naam was dan op die number plate van die kar? Hoe kos jou naam hier op die lys van die kinders wat gepas het?" And there was quite a stir on Facebook around. Yeah, but what about the children that is now going to be so disappointed that they are going to take their lives and all those things? What about the children that couldn't? And what about the children that was sick? And what about the children that was this? And hulle so, because hulle wil mos nou vir die wêreld wys wat 'n goeie mense hulle is. Forgetting that you have remarks, you have rewrites, you can go back to school, you can pick yourself up. They haven't even considered those things in their mind. If you pass matric, it is the end. Therefore, they can't gat maak van nie. And for those of you that have been watching my videos, you know I have been pointing out parents that spend more money, time and effort on the matric balls than the money, time and effort they spend on making sure their children pass, on making sure their children have got a hope for after matric. I've said it a million times. What is the point? They spend 20,000-30,000 rand op 'n matric ball, but your kind kan nie gaan study nie. That is his first years of study. You telling me that you rented a car, a minimum matric ball car is 2.5 to 3 grand. You telling me that you could pay for a matric ball car and put his name on the number plate, but you couldn't pay for a Toyota. And the people on Facebook that had so much to say, they missed that point. They missed that point. Because to them, it's not about what I said. It's about, oh, Cedric is saying something that I disagree with, and now I can point it out so I can appear to be a better person. We need to teach our children that you're not going to get everything on the first try. And let me tell you, I don't love my child less. Isaiah has gone to work this morning. He's fine. Ons het 'n sappige het gisteraan. He's got his new appointment for the 28th of Feb. He's going for additional lessons, and he's going to get it on the second try. And if you don't get it on the second try, I'll get it on the third try. And so on until he gets it. And when he gets it, we're going to celebrate just as hard as what we would have done if we got it on the first try. The love remains unchanged. And that's where a lot of parents are missing.